All right, I'm back. We got Holy Mountain. This one's called God of Reason. It is an Imperial Stout. We got the old wax dip going on, looking fancy. The artwork here looks like some sort of ram, like a mountain goat ram. And then we got like a dagger in its mouth, and you see the moon, so it must be like a nighttime setting. Something weird going on here. And actually, if you look closely, it looks like it got a candle burning on top of its head. Who knows what's going on? So Holy Mountain out of Seattle, Washington. We got 10% ABV. It's a big boy. We got God of Reason is an Imperial Stout brewed with a heavy addition of specialty crystal and roasted malts and fermented with an expressive English ale strain, creating rich and intense notes of chocolate and dark fruit. So you can see that there for your own reading. Let's go ahead and get this wax dip cap off. Our removal tool will be this Benchmade hunter's knife here. We're going to go ahead and get that blade out, which saw a little bit of use this weekend, setting up deer camp. What I'm going to do is just go around the perimeter here, being careful not to cut myself before the shave even gets started. We're going to go around the perimeter, and there we go. Now what I like to do just for photo purposes, I like to shave some off on the back end where the artwork is not. So go ahead and shimmy a little bit of that off of there, creating a runway for the bottle opener to approach. And then if I wanted to take a picture afterwards, the removed portion of the wax is on the back side where the photo will not be capturing. We got our Lancaster Razor Works bottle opener here. And there we have it. Works like a charm. Thank you, Andre at Lancaster Razor Works, for that lovely gift. Okay, we got our Holy Mountain glass right here. A nice squatty little snifter. And let's pour ourselves a little glass. All right. What are we looking at here? We are looking at a black as night color here with a nice brown, thin brown head there. High ABV, probably not going to have a lot of head. Let's give it a sniff. I definitely get that dark fruit coming through. At first take, it almost came across like a licorice. Definitely a little bit of tartness to it. Let's go ahead and go in. Very nice body to it. Very nice viscosity to it. It's thick, but it's not overly thick. It's not cloying. Nice long finish. To me, this comes across a little bit more like dark chocolate. It still maintains a little bit of bitterness, but it's high end. And then along with that dark chocolate, it's like some sort of some tart fruit, like a black cherry or a black raspberry. Very, very nice, and it obviously has some sweetness to it, but it's not overly sweet. This one is beautiful. Okay, let's get into the shave while we still have time. Today, I dug out the old Sphinx Beard products. This one is the choke cherry scent, and So Sphinx is a brand that's known for their beard care. High-end fragrance and beard care is their main focus, or their claim to fame. But Peter over at the Shaving Shop Club, or Ariana and Evans, he takes those fragrances from them and then puts them into his shaving products and sends them back. So it's kind of like a whole arrangement they got there. And so this is no doubt going to be a high quality soap. We got nice labeling, kind of industry standard packaging. And then nowadays they're using the Kaizen base. But at the time I bought this, I don't know if it was Kaizen or if it was the OG A&E formula, or if it was like the OG 0.5 with the goat's milk. I'm not really sure which base this is, but it's A&E, so no matter what, it's going to be pretty good stuff. I'm leaning a little bit more towards the older bases, just by the way it lathered. It took a shit ton of water, but it was definitely a lot more high structure than the more current stuff. So I'm thinking this is probably old A&E. It whipped up one hell of a lather. So as you can see, we got the Lancaster Razor Works bowl right there. We got the good old Turn and Shave custom right there. This is my death brush, my brush themed after the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse, Death, if you watch that recent series. And on top, we got a M2 badger knot. That was a hand-tied badger knot by Milton over at Turn and Shave. Let's get this shave on the road. So, warm water shave today. That's not something I do all the time, but as the days grow colder, because winter is coming, I start taking stock of the season, and I enjoy myself a few more warm water shaves during this time of year. And it's definitely a luxury when it's a little bit colder outside. It's nice to have a nice warm water shave inside. And so when I was lathering this one, I definitely loaded heavy because I know that the M2 is very dense and it's a bit of a lather hog. So I definitely loaded very, very heavy. And it took a ton of water. But it never really had any density. I don't know what the hell is going on there, because I remember even the old A&E base having, a good medium density to it. It was high quality and luxurious. I don't know, maybe just enough time has went by that I've tried so many top rank things, cutting edge, if you will, in software from our modern artisans, and maybe the margin has grown farther apart than I remember. But it's definitely, the lather I made here today is definitely more high structure, kind of medium low density. I mean, it's there, but it's not impressive by any stretch of the imagination. It has some density, but it's more fluffy and airy than anything. Not particularly excited about that. So we got the Timeless Bronze here with the standard bar. This is the 0.38 version, if you can even see that in the light. Anyhow, I have a Ladas Blade loaded up, and who knows how many shaves are on it. I don't really have like a hard fast system for keeping track of the amount of shaves on a blade at any given time. I don't use them in succession, like 1 shave, 2 shave, 3 shave, and then throw it away. I rotate blades like I rotate everything else. And so I just have like a pile of used blades here of all different types of brands. And I more or less just go by feel. During the course of the shave, if it feels like it's uncomfortable or it's lost that smoothness, if it's bad enough, I'll switch it mid-shave, and if it's not that bad, I'll just toss it at the end of the shave. This is feeling pretty good right now, so no worries. I tend to get like 3 to 5 shaves with the blade, seeing as I'm not cutting quite as much surface area as a clean shaver. This has all the slickness I would ever need. I will give it that. No problems when it comes to the slickness. Like I said, it's a Ariana Evans product, so it's gonna have a certain standard of quality, even if it's one of their older products. If it was good then, it's good now. And it's something I always say, and I stand by it. Let's talk a little bit about the scent. I have used this one before, but I haven't used it in a long time, so good to refresh people if they haven't seen it, or if they might have forgot about it. I believe Sphinx Beard Company and Alexandria Fragrances are kind of like brother-sister companies. So they kind of work in collaboration with each other. They have a lot of the same fragrances, albeit they might call them different names. But a lot of crossover between the two. And I know Peter, A&E, Shaving Shop Club, he does the soap and aftershave for both of them. Alright, let's get some more lather on the face. Just a very high volume, high structure. Doesn't have quite the luxurious density that I've grown very, very fond of. It's not a necessity to get a good shave, as I've demonstrated time and time again, but it definitely adds something to the experience. It adds a touch of luxury to the experience, and it's something that I would much rather have it than go without it, but it's not a necessity. As long as I got slickness, I can get a good shave. And I will say there was a little bit of irritation left over from one of my previous shaves. I was doing an Instagram live with Angelo on behalf of the razor company, Angelo Amador. Check out his YouTube channel, as well as the razor company's YouTube channel. I will mention them in the description of this video, along with my razor company affiliate link, which helps out the channel. Thank you if you use it. As well as there was Foxy Matt and Caleb from Aylesworth Razors. Yeah, I got up super early so I could do an Instagram live with them. I'm on the West Coast. I got up at 5 a.m. to be ready for the live at 6 a.m. And then over there, the live for them was at 9 a.m. So 3-hour time zone difference. But I had a blast. And I got a nice shave. Like I said, there was a little bit of irritation afterwards. I don't think I was paying the most attention to the actual shave. I was more just having fun, chatting it up with the fellas. and interacting with the audience. But if you missed that and you want to see it, you can go to the Razor Company's Instagram and watch the replay, or you can go to their YouTube channel and watch the replay. But enough about that. Let's get a little bit back on track here. Choke Cherry. If you're wondering about this release, it was at least the updated price. I checked it right before I went live. So it was $23 for 4 ounces, and it mentions that it is in the Kaizen base, not K2, not K2E. It mentions the Kaizen base. So standard Kaizen, which is a tallow formula, tallow shave soap, $23, 4 ounces. And then the scent is inspired by Tom Ford's Lost Cherry, which is a wonderful scent. And I've been seeing a lot of the Razor Company's collaboration with Highland Springs called Found Cherry, which is also based on Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. And I've been seeing a lot of it lately. And so it kind of got me in the mood to bust out Choke Cherry, because I wanted to get me some of that Tom Ford goodness in one of my shaves. So I busted out this old gem, dusted it off, and loaded it up. So if you're curious about the scent, at least the way that Sphinx lists it, it says scent notes of black cherry, bitter almond, cherry liqueur, tonka bean. So I'm sure there's more to it in the actual Tom Ford fragrance, but those are some main scent notes that Sphinx outlines for us. And you definitely get like the black cherry, cherry liqueur. You definitely get that vibe. The bitter almond kind of gives it a more tart cherry edge. The overall fragrance is a bit warm. It's a bit dark. Prominent cherry. And then I think the tonka bean just adds a little bit of warm sweetness. It's a really nice fragrance. I think it's unisex, but if a female's gonna wear it, it's definitely gonna be like either a businesswoman, or a more confident type woman. Very, very, very nice scent. It's one that I've smelt in person. Lost Cherry from Tom Ford. I've smelt that. Really good stuff, and I think Sphinx does a good job with the fragrance oils on this one. All right, we got a nice shave, nice and close. Maybe not BBS. I always have like these swirls right here that need a little bit extra attention. But since I was already shaving on top of a bit of irritation, I'm just going to let it go this time. Sometimes it's just not worth it to chase the dragon. We got the Lancaster Razor Works Black Sheep Towel. Oh, so soft. Oh, so soft. Nice and plush. We'll get this lather off and get into the post-shave here. So, if you're a fan of A&E or the Shaving Shop Club, and you've looked through their current collection, and you got most of the stuff that you wanted, and you're just kind of sitting around waiting on their next release, or maybe you didn't see anything you wanted, who knows. But if you've checked out their catalog and you wanted to see more of their offerings with a technicality, because they're just making the soap, but if you're a fan of their soap base, check out Alexandria Fragrances, check out Sphinx Beard Co, and give those guys a look because they're made by A&E, the soap and aftershave. So definitely don't ignore those. Speaking of which, Sphinx chose this kind of squatty rectangular glass bottle, similar to their beard oils, so that might be why they chose it. Nevertheless, nice label, kind of has all the ingredients, all the necessary information. Don't even know how that's relevant, but let's go ahead and take this little tin cap off. Ooh, and it almost took the restrictor with it. I don't know if you saw that. I had to push it back in, but it does have a quality restrictor. Let's go ahead and get some of that in there. This looks quite milky. Again, might be like an older aftershave base. I'm not quite sure, but it looks quite milky. Definitely had a little brown tinge to it as well. Oh yeah, but that is immediately soothing. It is an alcohol aftershave, and there is a slight tingle on that irritated neck, but it still feels quite soothing. The tingle isn't intense; it's just there. And once that soaks into the skin, it's going to leave it feeling very nice. So thank you guys for watching. I am smelling like a snack right now. I'm smelling good. So thank you guys for watching. I definitely appreciate you. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Cheers.